There you go.
Oh yeah, I remember where we were. I think we were just about to fight a boss.
Yeah, we did the whole Romeo fight, and then we did...
We did that a couple streams ago.
Yeah, and then we... Gold Tree's got a little bit to go, so you can leave that a bit.
Yeah.
Have I got the alert to say we're live? Not yet, but it might come in a minute. Oh, still got the Nintendo app on.
But live for me is that's good enough.
You sure, mate?
Yeah. It's up for me.
I've not got... Oh, here it is. Took me a minute to spot it. Oh, yes, we were at the... not Louvre. Oh, yeah, I started on that mono one for you, mate.
Ah, cool.
I like it, but I thought, yeah, this is definitely the person who wrote Laid Back Camp.
Yeah, like it's a bad thing.
No, it wasn't.
Come on, Laid Back Camp is good.
Yeah, but I felt like saying it does feel like the same thing again in many ways.
It can't... In all fairness, that does not change.
I do like the fact they created a character to point out how derivative it was.
Actually, in some of the couple of the I think around in some of the episodes we actually get the Laid Back Camp characters do cameos.
I really hope that was in the original manga.
It likely was. I think this author's quite referential of the old stuff.
Oh god, we got a boss fight coming.
Yep.
You alright, Ripley?
Yep, we have Dog here. Say hi to Dog, everybody.
She's not on camera at the minute because she's having a fuss.
They can still say hi to her. She has ears.
Hello, Ripley. Oh yeah.
Hey, Reese.
Yeah, I thank God I've got Amy on board because I didn't know you could take a flight from Manchester to Gdansk.
What's this for?
Well, I didn't do a Pokemon thing last year because I thought it was very difficult to get to the location. So I said, well, don't bother looking because it's very hard to get there. And Amy pointed out, no, you can get a direct flight from Manchester. Oh, this guy, yes. Oh, he's one of my. He's a bit of a challenge, but he is one of my favourite bosses.
I would like to formally.
Caught on mono, and I had to rearrange my list for. It's caught on mono. It's so peak. I had to rearrange my list for tomorrow.
I fucking told you it was good, man.
Yeah.
I bloody told you.
Oh, by the way, Reese, I did recover. It took me a bit, but I managed to get my Death Stranding file back up to where it was before the fuck up happened.
I'm sorry to say, Reese, I unfortunately was not able to fully catch up on G-Quacks. I'm only up to episode 4. The fight in episode 4, god damn, that was good.
I really hate doing the summer season.
Ah, shit.
Because
it's spring.
I know, but I'm saying the next one we're doing is summer. I really hate that one because I always lose a week.
Yeah.
When we go to Vakken.
I mean, we're going to be losing a month pretty much trying to catch. Well, I'm going to be losing mostly a month because I'm trying to watch Inuyasha.
I want to...
Reese.
Yeah, that's good. I'm continuing with... are you continuing with your review of Death Stranding? Yeah, the minute I think I am because I did manage to get through a few... mind you, I lost a lot of time today because I just had to keep picking up lost packages and giving them back, sending them back to their bloody places.
No worries, you okay, dude? Yeah, go ahead, it's fine. Let's be honest, I'm not going to understand half of what the fuck you're talking about anyway.
Yeah, it's I put it this way. I feel like I'm going to do a controversial opinion tomorrow, but I believe
a controversial thing. Oh no, he's going to get his cock. You're going to get your dick out on you.
No, that'd be less controversial for the Gundam fans of what I'm going to say in a minute.
Oh god, you're going to get your arsehole out.
I think the team Sunrise and the team behind Gundam need to put the Universal Century timeline to bed. Because this series kind of proved it's so now unaccessible for new people that it's just a case, and it's like they've done almost every story there is to do in it.
Yeah, this boss is a bit of a challenge. He attacks like pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, it took me quite a while to learn his patterns.
Yeah.
Put it this way, people have been praising Andor, and rightfully praising Andor, But I would say Gundam did all the themes of Andor pretty well several years prior, particularly the series Gundam 0080 and Gundam 0083. Those series really do most of the themes that Andor did.
I do remember enjoying 00, and I watched it like God 8 years ago.
That's a different timeline. But the 00 is good, but it's a bit controversial amongst Gundam fans because it's very divisive.
Really?
Yeah, I can definitely see why. I personally am alright on 00. I think it's fine.
I'm gonna go back to the Stargazer.
It's so inaccessible because they have to decide to draw inspiration from 4 different Gundam anime and the Charles Counterattack film.
And apparently a bunch of concept art.
For this... Yeah, it's like... but that's the thing, it's not just that. I feel like the whole Universal Century timeline, they've done every story there is to do with it. Like, they've done what the citizen... They've done the aftermath of the war. They've done what it was like for the civilians on the ground level. They've done the origins behind it. They've done loads of different side characters' perspectives. It's what more is there for them to do? It feels, and now we've had to go to an alternate timeline to do this story. It's just end it now. Just stick to original series. Like, I got way more out of Witch, despite how short it was. I got way more out of Witch from Mercury than I ever did out of G-Quark.
It says that the second half was disappointing.
Of
Witch from Mercury.
I agree. And
that second half was so rushed. It should have like doubled the episode count.
They should have, absolutely. And that's why Iron Blooded Orphans is still the best Gundam series. Which that one was great because that was basically literal. There's a lot more of the UC timeline after the 1 Year War because the timeline went on after Gundam F91 film and Victory Gundam, which is the current end point of the UC timeline. Hang on a second, was that the one Ben the Sage did a video on?
Fuck. Completely screwed up the timing with that one, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
so how many of us are prepared for tomorrow? Because I am not.
I'm prepared.
I'm feeling like Ren right now. I'm just not prepared. I don't have my list sorted. I didn't have time to watch any anime. I only had time to watch 2 episodes of anime today because I spent most of it finishing off my Expedition 33 review. And I feel like I do every season where I feel like I did not watch nearly enough stuff.
I remember, to be fair, Elliot, this was not a season that inspired lots of watching. While there were great shows that came out...
I mean, it didn't help that I was reviewing 2 really big games this season. Or 3 really big games this season, actually, with first Berserker Kazan, Expedition 33, and 100 Lines of Defense Academy. And one of them I haven't even fucking written a review for because I'm still playing, because I still haven't gotten to the ending. Reset something, by the way.
I'll check it in a minute.
About Char's counterattack. That's like the main thing I saw.
So there's one such big focus of the Amaru vs. Char arc was with the 1 Year War, Char's counterattack, and that's from 0079 to 0093. But even after that, Unicorn, Gundam, and 0096, very post-season. Yeah, Unicorn's great actually. If you want to see one really good Universal Century Timeline storyline, like just one that's kind of its own thing. That's a good one to watch. Unicorn, I think, is quite newcomer friendly.
Okay.
I'd also say 0080 is kind of newcomer friendly because 0080 is essentially about it's kind of a sympathy for the devil storyline.
Oh.
Because it's basically about a kid who's actually really enthusiastic about the idea of war. Because he's in the outer colonies that are very devoid from the war. And then he comes across a Xeon pilot who, I'm pretty sure, it was a Xeon pilot, and he loses all of that.
So basically it's all quiet on the Western Front, but in Gundam.
Basically, it is kind of all quiet on the Western Front. My point I was trying to make is that Amaru vs. Char is such a big focus because it makes so much money, but there's plenty of stories after that in the timeline that don't get much media. I agree on that one, but the problem I agree with Reese on that.
I was testing to see if the Aegis blocks the red attacks. They doesn't. Oh my! I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me at the minute. Jesus Christ.
Char proved so popular of a bad guy that almost every other bad guy afterwards is a clone of him. I mean, the one that Reese brought up, Gundam F91, which I agree with Bennett on the Sage on that one, that it's one of the worst Gundam things ever made. They did the most blatant Char clone ever with Iron Mask. Like, okay,
Would you say the mother from Witch of Mercury's a bit of a Char clone? Do you think?
No, I think.
I mean, she does wear the mask.
Yeah, but she doesn't start out like that. Then they kind of merged her into that. I was kind of going, what the?
Okay.
The most blatant one is Gundam Wing. Yeah, the Char clone in the official anime. That's why Char clone is an official anime term now in a lot of other anime projects that are not even in the mecha genre.
Yeah, the mother's Char clone from the... Okay, yeah. I mostly thought maybe because she did wear like a mask, and I thought... I don't know.
The most blatant one is in Gundam Wing, Zex Marquise. Like, they didn't even try to cover up that he was a blatant Char clone. Oh god, he's one of the most annoying bad guys in the series history.
I keep attacking like one attack too early.
Oh, Zex, I like him as a bad guy, but he is constantly whinging.
So he's the Evangelion fans' favorite then.
Oh yeah.
Or Evangelion, I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. I hear it different every time. It's like the same people who pronounce it either Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, which is Ghibli. It does a H after the G, for God's sake.
The funny well, actually, I do know. I'm certain Reese is preparing a comment against me right now for that Zex comment.
We're doing a little better this time.
But here's, don't forget his real name, Millardo Peacecraft.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, seriously, they're called the Peacecrafts, that family. And they're like they run a pacifist nation that got easily overtaken. I wonder how that got invaded! The funny thing... Oh, yeah, I agree, Zex is a bad character. Oh, yeah, no, his sister is so much worse. I have no idea why everyone liked her at the time. By the way, the main character in that one is called... we don't find out what his real name is, but he calls himself a code name. He decides to name himself after the most famous civil rights leader in that time period.
Ah.
So it's basically like someone trying to be incognito right now and calling themselves Martin Luther King.
Did it work in the show?
No, they all found him out right quick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, the fact, well, did it work? Oh, no. No, these guys aren't that dumb. Mind you, that's also... Yeah, she mostly is a meme because she tells Hero to kill her. Yeah, she basically yells out, "Come on, kill me!"
And does he?
No.
Ah.
Well, he keeps saying he's going to do it, but he gives her right blue balls for her death.
Oh, God.
This was the first Gundam to come to the UK.
Yay. Oh, finally, second phase.
To be fair, you got to the second phase faster than I did.
It took me 15 minutes, that's not good.
It took me twice that.
And that's in the very first episode.
Oh yeah, in the first episode he rips up her birthday invitation.
Oh, that's what it is!
Yes, it says...
Oh, it's that one!
Yeah, that's Gundam Wing.
Yeah, I know that clip.
And
just rips up his birthday invitation and goes, "Why? I'll kill you."
The actual context behind that is she witnesses him coming out of the pod that is the Gundam that's landed on Earth. I'm interested though, Reese. Do you think F91 is the worst Gundam thing in the Universal Century timeline? Because I would believe it is. I know there's worse Gundam series than that one, but in the Universal Century, F91 sucks.
Alright, so alright, cool. Alright, my weapon stamina's still good.
Oh yeah, you're doing well here, man. You got plenty of heals as well.
No, not really. Like, the health is halfway done. I only have 2 left. It's not great. I can get them back, which it doesn't make it nearly as, as much of a of a blunder, but still.
So what I like about this game is the fact it gives you back those healing items because it
Yeah, but it does it really slowly.
Yeah, but it rewards good gameplay.
It more rewards aggression because you get that like when you like be really aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
It's funny because I remember I actually mentioned just in the Universe Century I agree, yes, F91 because it screwed up over Sunrise because it was meant to be a full series, but it became forced to be a film instead and everything got compressed.
Ah, that sucks.
So it's what we call stars aligned syndrome.
No, except did that at least get an ending?
Did, very rushed ending, but it got an ending.
Yeah, that Stars Aligned then.
Yeah.
That didn't even get a fucking ending. And it never will. That show's been dead for 6 years. Nearly.
Oh,
sick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. It doesn't go down.
But yes, it does.
Or it doesn't straight away.
I forgot he did that.
Same. I don't think I'm beating him. I don't have any left, and he still has like an alright amount of health.
You inflicted burn on him though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's gone now though. Like the burn does not last long.
Oh god. See, I'm used to that being a great sign for the competitive Pokemon. I need to try.
Ah, fuck. Told you.
Basically, the reason why Witcher Mercury Season 2 felt so rushed is they tried to cram too much into one season, but with F91, it's a film instead of a 12-episode season.
Yeah.
And that's a big issue, because if you think about it, a 12-episode season's a double length of one film.
I mean, it could be worse. It could have done the fucking Promised Neverland Season 2.
Oh, that is terrible.
Crammed 15 volumes of a manga into 12 episodes.
Put it this way, the director actually took their name off that by the time the end of the series, so they weren't happy with it.
Yeah.
I have some...
Because, like, especially after Season 1... I'm certain Season 1 did really well, so why they decided to rush the rest of it, I have no fucking idea.
I get a...
Especially as, like, the arcs afterwards are really damn good.
And so it's a proper slideshow, like, and then they told... Oh, they did, so he beat us to it!
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did do a slideshow thing at the end.
Fuck. So they did before Promised Neverland, they did before Blue Lock.
The worst...
They did before Uzumaki.
The example that everyone's brought up this season was
the beginning after the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animation for that show is really bad. Which is a shame because I've seen a bit of the webtoons. I'm not kidding when I say this. Like those are still images. That has better art than the fucking show does. Like, it is, like, the movements are way more expressive and, like, detailed and, everything. The show is just, we're fucking lazy.
You're taking a break next week, aren't you, Elliot?
Yeah, I'm off.
Where are you off to?
I'm not gonna fucking dox myself. It's, Robin Hood's Bay or something like that, I'm not sure. It's in England.
Oh, cool. I've never been. Well, I was about to say I've rarely travelled around the UK, so I probably should do that more often.
Disneyland. I wish I was going to Disneyland. I've legit never been.
I've never been either.
Really, but you're the Disney adult out of all of us.
Yeah, it was very expensive when I was a kid.
It's really expensive now.
I know. I'm saying even then, put it this way, I can't justify. I can't justify that one. I would more soon justify Universal because I think I can get away with that more.
I have been to Universal. I went when me and my family went to Florida. We went on the Minions ride.
I'd like to go to it for Nintendo World more than anything else.
I went when I was like 19. Yeah. I did not go when that was around.
There's
one bit of advice with Nintendo World. Do not eat at the Toad Cafe. It is very likely you're going to get food poisoning.
Oh shit, yeah, they've had a few issues with that.
Alpharad's been twice. The first time he legit got hospitalized for food poisoning. the second, the meat was still undercooked. But luckily, he checked before he actually ate it.
Reese says, I've been to Euro Disney 3 times with my family. Disney World is a lot more expensive, and I've done that twice.
Bloody hell.
There's a good Tom Sanders Vine when it was still a thing. He started singing near this random member of the public, "When you wish upon a star," and this guy went, "Nothing happens."
Yep.
Just like the fact he was very good at the response.
You're probably the only person nowadays who still references Vine. And more notably references Vine positively.
But put it this way, I really don't like Vine. Or I really didn't like it when it was a thing.
I've said this before, I had a Vine account. I used to upload to it. I got like 100 followers.
Well, the thing is, what it was Vine has been taken over now by TikTok. TikTok is now Vine.
Yeah, if you ask me, I think Vine was better when it comes to like creativity. Because like, you had 6 seconds to make a video, to like make a coherent video. That's a challenge. Mind you, with a
Vine is boomer TikTok.
No, Vine is millennial TikTok. You got that wrong, Reese. But yeah, the problem is people didn't do Vine creatively. They just kept spouting the same memes over and over and over again. It just got boring.
Yeah, the only one I really liked was Tom Sanders, because again, he was very good at expanding his meme.
No, there was some that were. There were other ones that were good. I can't remember his name, but there was this one British guy who. I can't remember his name, but he was quite. But I remember him being quite funny. There was a.
Boomer in comparison to TikTok because of how old it is. Yeah, how old was Vine? When did that come out?
I mean, it first became a thing when I was in college, so it's at least like nearly 12 years old now. It's
funny because I had never heard of it until Ren recommended Sanders to me, and I tried a few other Vines. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is some lame attempts at humour.
I think I first heard about it from, and this is a blast from the past, Tobuscus.
Oh wow, that is a blast from the past.
Yeah, before he went all right wing and started spouting shit.
Oh yeah, I know. It's always disappointing when creators you like do that.
Yeah.
Starting in 2012, it was when I was in university. Oh yeah, because Reese sort of started university the year I graduated.
And he started university the year I left high school. No, the year before I left high school actually. I left high school in 2013. That's kind of a funny thought when you think about it. Like, the year you turned 18 was the year I left primary school.
That is weird to think, actually.
Yeah.
So I was interested at my graduation because I was the only one who wore a kilt.
And why did you wear a kilt?
Because my granny was going to be there, and she was born in Glasgow, so it was honouring her. So yeah, because I'm 25% Scottish.
Yeah. I think I'm just English. I don't know where my family comes from.
Well, also I do know the Buchan side of my family. That's my mum's side. They can trace their. We can trace our history to Italy. I think my great grandfather was from Italy.
Ah. Your mum was then probably disappointed because it turns out you weren't. She wasn't from Greece.
Haha. Elliot's just a baby compared to Cal.
I literally am. I'm 7 years younger than him.
Do you know one of the things I find though very interesting though? I actually when I was at Ren's birthday, one of his friends who was there is a qualified nurse.
Ah.
And I got to she answered a question that has been bugging me for years, which is I've always wondered if you gave birth mid-flight, where do they mark the birthplace? Which country do they mark the birthplace down as for the kid?
Oh.
And it turns out it's wherever you're landing.
Ah.
So let's say, for example, Ren gets married, they have a kid, and during a flight to Mexico, his wife gave birth.
What's your question? Why does your pee burn?
No, it was not that.
all that Nazi Fanta. You do that joke, I'm allowed to do it as well.
Yeah, I should explain. Every time I made a joke that Ren's getting Nazi yogurt because he buys it from Aldi. And Aldi was founded by two brothers who fought for the Nazis. I could.
Yeah, that means that my family also contributes because we all buy from Aldi.
I didn't know you knew that one, Reese. Yeah, no. So it turns out it's wherever you're landing. That's where. So again, if you're flying to Mexico, your child's born mid-flight. They're officially designated as being born in Mexico, and you have to go through the paperwork to make them British citizens when they come back. So my mum could have if my mum had gone to Greece when she was pregnant and gave birth mid-flight or while she was out there, I would have officially been a Greek Brit.
Yeah, I heard like you're sort of considered like where you're considered like it doesn't matter where your parents are from. It more matters where you were born. It
does play more of a factor in these kind of legal in these things. But one of the things I do know as well is it actually can be a real minefield for some families in terms of like immigration law and stuff like that. It can lead to some very fucked up rulings. But no, it's so I found that one out, and I've only ever heard of one case of a child being born mid-flight, but it's always kind of stuck with me. You know, I don't think it's a regular thing to...
well, yeah, because I don't think that many 9-month pregnant women are flying.
No, in fact, doctors will really advise you not to do that.
Yeah.
Because
I imagine blood clots and shit, possibly.
Yeah, but you can apply for dual citizenship depending on where your parents are from, though if you are born on a plane. No, like for example, Andy's, I believe, has dual citizenship.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, because he's got an Irish passport. So he's going to use that when he gets to Germany to get through the passport control a lot quicker than me and Reese did.
Lucky bastard.
No, seriously, I'm not making this up. When me and Reese went to Holland, we were in passport control for over an hour because of Brexit.
I'm so happy we voted for a better Britain.
Yeah, no, the funny thing is, while we went out there, we found out that Keir
It's been 30 minutes. Get used to this, folks. This is going to be the entire stream.
We found out that Keir Starmer had started that rule that we might be able to now... he's done a deal with Europe that we might be able to get away with...
having Irish passports.
No, using the EU check-in, it becomes UK and EU. And there were loads of people complaining that Starmer has betrayed Britain. What? Because you're going to get through passport control quicker. That's your big issue. Wow, you guys really are a death cult now. I could apply. Reese apparently could apply for an Irish passport due to my family. I just haven't.
Do it. Go on, be Irish.
I know. If Scotland went independent, I could apply for a Scottish passport by the same standard.
I don't have such luxuries.
Yeah, it really is. Grandmother, grandfather is the first you have to go back. So one of your, so that's actually, in fact, one of the most. Do you know what's interesting? One of the most searched terms after the Brexit vote was on Google was Irish grandmother, which I think that must have really freaked out the people at Google.
Yeah. Nah, we'll probably. Yeah, nah, we'll probably have weirded them out more. Wait a minute. The type it. People are looking up Irish grandmother. Is hot pics next to it? No. What the fuck is going on? Like, oh god, do you remember, like, this went viral a little bit. Do you remember when this old woman just posted on Facebook or on Twitter, Nigel Farage hot pics, delete tweet.
Yes, I remember that. That was hilarious. I remember there was someone on a Jacob Rees-Mogg fan page on.
He's a fourth Irish, a fourth Polish, and 100% bitch.
So he could also get a Polish passport.
Do you get any benefits for having a Polish passport?
I think Poland's in the EU, so he would get through passport control quicker. Also, he has a right to be shit at Eurovision. I'm sorry.
Everyone has the right to be shit at Eurovision.
Yeah, but Poland has never even gotten close to winning. Best they've ever done is 7th. And me and Reese looked this up because we got bored one day waiting for you guys.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think you need the excuse of being bored. You just need the excuse of they're hanging out with you, so they're gonna hear it either way. Like, if we're hanging out with you, there's a 100% guarantee there's going to be an hour-long talk about Eurovision. That's going to be entirely one-sided.
Yeah, no, I can't help the fact that I don't have... this is one of the few fields I have encyclopedic knowledge on.
So you're literally just showing off, not your knowledge.
Exactly. If you got it, flaunt it.
That would be like me just every time I talk to you, just go, alright, I'm gonna go into a 3-hour-long diatribe about the Necrons.
Oh, I like that. The one thing is, okay, here's one for you, Elliot. What is your personal favourite, not what you reckon is the best, what your personal favourite Brandon Sanderson novel is?
Why Brandon Sanderson?
Just off the top of my head, I just thought that'd be an interesting one for you.
Fuck, that's tough. There are a lot of really good ones. Favorite one in a series, because he has 2 series going on, Mistborn and Stormlight Archive.
Okay, do your favourite from each one then.
Favorite one from Stormlight Archive, Oathbringer, which I think I'm not sure if that's a lot of people's favourites. I think the general favourite, the popular one, is Words of Radiance, the second one, and the second most popular one is the first one, Way of Kings. Oathbringer is the third. I don't know. I just think it has easily the best fight in it.
Okay.
Favorite one from Mistborn. That's tough because I secretly I mean, you're only questioning this now, Reese.
Do you know, I've actually genuinely had people think that
you're autistic and Eurovision is your special interest.
No, well, the first half definitely. They really. I've had a bunch of people. Very surprised when I say no, I'm just dyspraxic in it.
Yeah, when I remember when I was first talking to, me and my mum were talking about you, this is a number of years ago. I was just like, yeah, well, I mean, he is autistic. I was just like, I don't think he is. No, I don't think he is. He's just weird. I think people are. She was generally surprised. I think people are a bit weird when they learn that you're not autistic.
Well, the one I do actually have in common is I'm really bad at making eye contact. I don't like doing it.
Eye contact's uncomfortable, man. It's probably just because I'm autistic, but I struggle doing it. Eye contact's completely unnecessary anyway. I hear with my ears, not my eyes.
Yeah, in fact, it's because it's so heavily associated with you wanting to fight or fuck someone. Usually, if you're doing eye contact.
No, I just find it uncomfortable. I just find myself thinking, oh god, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Why am I looking in this person's eye? Can I not look away? I want to look away. Please let me look away.
It's apparently though dyspraxia does aid in mimicking certain aspects of autism. Apparently that's where it's which is funny for me because have you ever been formally assessed yet? Yes, yeah, no, I don't pass enough of the criteria.
Oh god, you failed your autism test.
Yeah, no, I've not even...
Motherfucker, I didn't even study. I passed mine first try.
No,
you need to get better.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to join the gang. No, I remember the one...
Probably weren't vaccinated enough.
Oh yeah, no. Well, to be fair, I should be dead several times over or have life-debilitating illnesses because I've had 4 COVID vaccines.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I needed to get them repeated for a flight I was taking at the time in the country. I can't remember if that was America or not. I think it was. I think the
last time I got a COVID vaccine was just before 70,000 tons of metal.
Yes, it was. Yeah, we both did at that time because it was very much required to get into America.
Yeah.
There's I will say.
But anyway, sorry, we were talking about Brandon Sanderson before. I wanted to keep talking about it. Favorite Mistborn book. Kind of an unpopular opinion, but probably Well of Ascension. That's the one in the original trilogy that a lot of people aren't as big a fan of. I really like that one, actually.
You've named both the books that sound like they are named for metal bands.
Kinda, yeah. And he also does a lot of never should have stood, but you've not stood near enough 5G towers.
Oh,
it's okay. Things will be fixed when 6G comes out. He will get it then.
Oh, for the love of God! People genuinely believe that 5G towers cause autism now.
People have always said like the 5G towers cause problems.
Oh no! Here's a funny thing actually, Elliot. There was and I'm not making this up, a zombie apocalypse based reality show on BBC Three back in the day called I Survived a Zombie Apocalypse.
Huh.
And they got a bunch of people to do a sort of zombie apocalypse thing, and if they survived to the end of the show, they got a trip to the Caribbean.
Oh.
But the storyline in the show was that 5G had caused the zombie apocalypse.
There was a show that came out last year called Train to the End of the World, where essentially it was kind of a post-apocalyptic world where everything kind of went weird and fucked up. The reason why it went weird and fucked up was because they activated 7G. And that just completely screwed up the entire world.
They thought it caused COVID and autism. I knew about the COVID one because a bunch of people set 5G towers on fire, but during lockdowns. But that I didn't know about the autism one. I will admit though, I kind of wonder has Brandon Sanderson been courted by studios for the film rights?
He several times. He was working on I think an adaptation for many people suspect Mistborn because that's his most popular one, but that went they were casting, but that just ended up going nowhere after like a bunch of other fantasy things have failed. Because so many Hollywood has essentially just been trying to recapture the success that was Game of Thrones, and hence why for a while we got a bunch of other fantasy adaptations. Why we're getting Rings of Power and why we've got Wheel of Time, and they just completely failed.
And of course, there was that one, Seventh Son.
I did not know that one.
There was a film adaptation of a novel,
but yeah, when he was asked about that, he essentially said the reason why it's not happening is because Hollywood is scared, because they're not willing to take risks at the minute.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can't take a risk at the minute. I mean, I actually saw this thing today when someone was saying, why doesn't Hollywood do original ideas? And I remember the guy looked at the top grossing films of last year. The point you'd have to get one that wasn't a sequel was 15th.
But damn.
That was to get a sequel or part of a major franchise like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You had to get to 15th, and even then, it was an adaptation of a novel. So yeah, they can't take that risk. There's just
I thought didn't Oppenheimer do really well last year? Because I'm pretty sure that was like an original story.
Yeah, but that was 2023, I believe.
No, I could have sworn that was last year.
No, Oppenheimer was definitely not last year. Because let me double check.
Oh no! Wait, no, no, it wasn't. It came out
2023.
Yeah.
How many Oscars was it in total? I think it was 5 or 6. Because it was a big winner on the night. I remember that much.
Yeah, I think it did. It got quite a lot.
Rightfully so. It was probably the best movie that year.
Though you didn't put it as your number one. You put Godzilla instead.
Yeah, but I stood by. When I look at the Oscar nominations, I always go with, okay, it wasn't my choice up there, but what's my favourite of the choice? 7 Oscars it won.
I mean, it was my favourite film last year. Yeah, same with fucking Barbenheimer.
It was also which was also nominated.
I mean, it was my favourite film of last year, so I'm very happy it got a lot of.
It won
things.
It won Best Achievement in Editing. Best cinematography,
best actor, best support role, I think.
Best supporting actor for Robert Downey Jr. Cillian Murphy won his Oscar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Robert Downey Jr. said that was probably one of the best films he had ever been in.
It won Best Director for Christopher Nolan. He's finally won that Oscar. Best Picture. It didn't win, but it was not nominated. Best Film Score.
Oh.
As well, it won that one, and but it was nominated in a whole bunch of other categories. Nominated for costume design, nominated for production design, nominated for hair and makeup.
No, that does kind of remind me because I've been, as I said, I've been writing my Claire Obscura review today, so that's been on my mind a lot. And I've done like quite a bit of research on the behind the scenes. Do you want to even more of more proof that game should not have been that good?
What you got?
Well, obviously, as you know, the Sam4 Interactive originally started with 30 developers.
Yeah.
On top of that, it also had the story writer was found on Reddit.
Wow.
And do you want to know something insane? The composer was found on SoundCloud. He's 25, and this is his first professional composing job.
How?
And he wrote one of the most beautiful soundtracks I've ever heard in the game.
It's so good of a soundtrack.
Like, that's how insane it is that the game was that good.
Yeah,
Like, I'm still... Like, I'm just say now, I gave it a 9.9. And I'm very tempted tomorrow to change... And I'm not fully convinced that tomorrow I'm not going to change it to a 10 out of 10. Because everything about that game is just so fucking good.
Yeah, I looked at the nominees for Best Picture. It really had to be Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer was fantastic.
The only one I might have changed... I might have given it to Barbie, because that was also a very good film.
Yeah, I mean, that one was like really hyped up, actually.
Yeah, but I'm glad Christopher Nolan finally has won Best Director.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't yet, because, like, yeah, shit on Tenet, because, yeah, he's made one dub with Tenet, but he's a fucking good director.
I would say he's made 2 duds.
Which one's the other one?
I'd say Dark Knight Rises.
I think that was still okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's just okay, though, let's be honest. And also, Interstellar, that's probably one of his most forgettable films.
I thought that one was... Really? I thought that one was, like, really popular. I thought...
At the time it was, now it's just kind of forgotten. I mean, it's basically a massive 2001 rip-off. Incidentally, though... Oh, the Emma Stone won Best Actress that year.
For which film?
Poor Things.
Ah.
What I found interesting, though, is Emily Blunt wasn't nominated in that category for Oppenheimer.
Ah.
I think she should have got nominated for that performance.
Yeah.
No, that's why. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Dark Knight Rises was more big... Yeah, it was more of a letdown. I think especially because of how good The Dark Knight was.
Can I be honest? The more time goes on... I actually... One thing I'll say is, my favourite film in that trilogy is actually Batman Begins.
I think that's fair. Batman Begins is a really good film.
I'm actually of the opinion that my opinion kind of goes down the longer time goes on, because I often feel like Nolan isn't that interested in Batman when he's making those films.
I mean, he has made like one of the best Jokers ever. There's no denying that. Yeah,
that's the thing though. It feels like he's making a crime thriller first, and then he's making a Batman movie next.
I mean, Batman is pretty much a crime thriller series, just with a guy wearing bat pajamas.
Yeah, but for example, my favourite of the live-action Batman movies... Actually, I'm not sure what my favourite of the live-action Batman movies is.
I assume either Batman Begins or the original Tim Burton one.
No, I would say the Robert Pattinson one, I think, is potential my favourite.
Oh, damn. Yeah, in all fairness, I said before, Robert Pattinson, not a great Bruce Wayne, brilliant Batman.
Well, the problem is he's not given enough time to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, like...
It was
I'd say, if you want my favourite live-action Bruce Wayne, I'd say Christian Bale.
No, I just...
Because, like, he really puts on that facade and, like, really tries that to be different from Batman.
Well, I like the fact that one of the things I like about those films is the fact they put in that whole idea of... everyone knows, oh yeah, Bruce Wayne could easily be Batman, but he'd never do it because he's a massive arsehole. So
yeah, that's kind of what Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne is.
yeah, that's what the Bale's Bruce Wayne does very well.
Like he's essentially kind of just a louder than life, becomes a louder than life billionaire, and yet really puts on the facade. With Pattinson, I don't believe it as much because he's sort of a little depressed boy.
One of the funny things about
I mean, mind you, it's not awful because again, he is a Batman film. You're meant to see him more as Batman, and he does put on an amazing Batman.
The funny thing is, I watched that film because that's one of the first times where I saw that film in the city it was shot in.
Oh, you saw it in Liverpool?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
So, because I thought...
yeah, it's kind of funny because my brother was going to university in Liverpool at the time where it was being recorded.
Yeah, because the funeral scene that's done that's done in, I believe, like near City Hall, and the scene where he jumps off the clock tower in the Gotham PD. That's the Liver building.
Oh, that's.
It was so hard to watch that and not go, that's the Liver building!
Yeah, I've been there!
It's weird because I did recognise a bunch of the places. Yeah, it's like St George's Hall's in the film, and I remember a couple of people have got.
Oh, fuck, come on, 1 sec, Carl.
Yeah.
There we go.
You could actually. What's funny is watch it, Elliot.
Yeah, forgot.
You can actually get married in that location where they shot the funeral.
I can get married next to a corpse.
Yeah, but that's because St George's Hall does, I believe, does do weddings. I know Mitch Benn's sister got married there.
Alright, I'm actually doing quite well right now. Like I've still got one pulsar left.
And you got most of your health as well.
Yeah.
Come on, you got this.
Yeah. I still got plenty of my Aegis as well.
I did have a laugh in the cinema when he crashed flying off the building and smashed into the bridge. Oh yeah, no, part of it was shot in Glasgow as well. Part of it was shot in Glasgow, but most of it was shot in Liverpool.
My weapon still has plenty of energy of HP. I'm good. I'm literally just mostly focusing on avoiding attacks rather than actually trying to hit.
Yeah, good idea. You know, Colin Farrell wanted to test how good the Penguin makeup was, so he wandered into Starbucks in full makeup and no one recognised him.
Oh damn, that's pretty cool. I think you're more tense about this fight than I am at the minute.
Yeah, because I'm amazed you're that good at parrying because I'm nowhere near as good as you at that.
I play plenty of games like this, and I'm like really good at learning. I'm a fast learner when it comes to like timing and stuff.
You can tell there was filmed in the UK vibes on how much it rains in that film. Yes!
That's not gonna kill it.
Watch it back.
Yeah, that's not gonna kill it. But I will deal a big chunk.
And you get a flashback.
Yeah. I hopefully won't need it though. There we go.
Yes!
There we go.
You killed Frankenstein.
Feed my Frankenstein.
Oh, hang on. Let's change to a more contemporary band for this one. I can't remember how the Dominion song goes now.
Oh yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah. Now,
there goes Solomon Grundy.
Born on a Monday.
Who?
That's the rhyme. Solomon Grundy always talks in rhymes. So Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
Oh, by the way, that boss.
Oh.
That thing, that get one in like the spiky armor. That's the boss I had such a massive trouble with in my first playthrough.
No.
That's the one I refer to as the Millennia of this game.
No kidding. He's basically a massive. He's basically one of the Xenobites. You haven't watched the...
Hi, Dominum. Speaking of him.
Yeah. He looks like the singer from Dominum as well.
Defeated Victor. Geppetto's creations are truly marvelous.
Seriously, he looks like he's going to be accompanying Pinhead.
My name is...
Did you know, P? Every young man's dream is an old man's past. Not a single line's ever going too fast. Any dream is a curse.
Do you know one of the things I found funny? I've only had this happen to me twice now. I got a pin for my Uber the other day.
Huh?
Oh, they asked me to put a pin number in.
Huh.
I was like,
But even
it's only ever times happens when you arranged for Reese to go back from the race course one time.
it's the door
I had to stop my mum's car and say, "Mum, have you got the PIN number?"
truly
Because they won't take Reese home without it.
What do you suppose?
Yeah,
Pure
again, I said this before, but after the staff party last week, do you think? What do you think? What do you suppose I?
I have to admit some surprise. I didn't expect you to be as rational as we are. I'm impressed, even if it's a
I
lie.
think I picked the wrong thing.
I'm sorry, I underestimated.
Oh well, I wasn't fully paying attention.
You're open
Because you were talking about your fucking Uber driver.
Truth about the petrification disease. The disease does not.
You don't have to say the truth on everything for.
You have to lie. That's how you become more human.
At the minute, you're lying a lot.
I had to email Linda afterwards, ask if it was okay if I could ring her if it happens again. Since they have a number before.
The essence is
Ergo.
Yes. The ergo you use as your power was once a human being. Our undertaking is to
That
help
explains why I
others
keep screaming.
experience this
Silent Green is
through this
people.
elixir. Truly, it's an honor. Ergo's power can do even more. In the hands of the awakened, its abilities are limitless. We already have the means to control that power. Power beyond your imagination. So while you wallow in a pathetic past, we step forward into humanity's future on the Isle of Alchemists.
I like his plan. Let's go with him.
To the island.
Yeah, like him genocide the world, turn them all into monsters. Sick, I'm into it.
Perhaps
At the minute, at this point, there's not much left of this world.
You can say that with all Souls likes.
Fair point.
Like we've all seen Dark Souls 3, we've all seen Elden Ring. We just think, is there anything left worth saving?
There's Keith over there. Hi.
Keep your chin up.
Yeah, Keith have sex with my wife.
I know, but it's
that
Keith.
Simon Manus, leader
Keith.
of the alchemists, isn't hospitable.
Well, Keith's death. There's nothing. Keith's death. There's nothing worth saving now. Eliminated.
I'm gonna have to replay Code Vein at some point to get myself prepped for the sequel.
Yeah, I never actually beat it. In all fairness, I did play that game like not pretty early into my Souls journey.
At the end of Dark Souls 3 Ring City DLC, there's definitely nothing left.
Oh god, yeah. Like there is quite literally, everything's just destroyed.
Ciao, Bello. It seems you and I share a strong connection.
Woman.
Talking to an alchemist is like talking to a brick wall. That's also an alchemist.
Brother, you should say hello to your friend. But it is true that we are in something of a bind. We're going to need to consult with our old friend.
You got that right, sister. Our pal is sure to help us. We didn't behave that badly at his last shindig. I hope.
We nearly died.
A moment, please.
You did move to the
My
Brotherhood,
young
and I did
brother
die multiple
here is
times, but
slowly but surely
you
losing
have cool
his
masks, so I can forgive you.
his windows to the world, to a terrible, slow-working illness. That is why I seek the gold coin fruit. It's set to work miracles, and do I ever need one?
Oh, it's a good thing I have
The
exactly
alchemists
one
give
on
us
me.
just enough to keep him going, but not enough to cure, and never what they promised. We can't rely on those crucible-kissing wizards.
That's another name for a band. Write that one down.
Don't make me
Crucible
beg.
kissing wizards.
He needs this. Besides,
Sounds kind of gay.
for a fellow who raided the
I'm fine with it.
Imagine if the final added boss in Night Rain is Medea, and they take up. Oh god, if they brought back Medea, I would be kind of happy. That would be really sick.
Are you there?
That's gonna be a help.
Now, what would be fucking funny is, yeah, you could have one. And what would be funny is if you beat the fire, in the DLC they added fucking Nashandra from Dark Souls 2. Or they bring in that sludge, the final boss from Demon Souls. Just that pile of sludge. She wouldn't fit in the final zone on day 2. She would not.
No,
I mean,
they'd have to expand. God, you know what? She would die. She would die pretty quickly because she'd be out of the circle. So she would just slowly take chip damage.
I hate the fact that Demon Souls and Bloodborne bosses are just not going to be on the cards for that.
I mean, I don't mind Bloodborne.
It's not going to happen though.
Got a record. Thank you.
I mean, the downside is it isn't going to happen because PlayStation's never going to let that go on Xbox.
Yeah. In all fairness, I think King Alon as the sludge. Yeah, King Alon. That's it. I was surprised he actually had
has an attack in slug form.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, no, he did hit me a couple of times when I fought him on the PS5 version.
No, what would be even better? One of the Night Lords on one of the final days for DLC, Pinwheel. They bring in Pinwheel.
If you want an even more pathetic one,
the fucking Soldier of Roderick from the tutorial boss. That's just a knight with a big sword.
I would like the boss to one day to be the Mimic tier, and it just replicates your entire team. No, a day 1 or day 2 boss.
They kind of already have that.
Oh, really?
With the, have you not encountered them?
I've not encountered that one, no.
Basically, well, it's not a boss, it's more the, Pinwheel would be interesting since they clone themselves. Yeah, they do clone themselves. It does clone itself. But it's an easy boss. Like, if you need a hint as to how bad it is, the Tomb of the Giants is a sort of a mid-game area. Like, you're meant to do that after Anolondo and whatnot. People have gone down there at the start of the game and still thought Pinwheel was piss easy.
Do you know one of the funny things? Actually, I looked it up a minute ago, Elliot. Emily Blunt's only been nominated for Oppenheimer. That's the only Oscar nomination she's had.
Oh, that sucks.
For an actress that good, I would have thought...
Yeah.
Like, Night Rain gives the bosses bigger HP bars, so I think they could make it work.
Yeah, it's not because it has bad health. It doesn't have a lot of health, just because it's fucking easy. It's just really easy to kill.
I will say though, Elliot, I think I am really looking forward to Dust Bloods.
Yeah, Dust Bloods should be cool.
I'm interested.
That being said, I am really enjoying Night Rain at the minute.
Night Rain is really good.
It's a ton of fun.
I put it this way, I wouldn't be... I'm not sure it's going to be or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in my top 5 at the end of the year.
I don't know if I go that far. It's definitely like #1 multiplayer game at the minute. Despite how it is outside the catacombs that allows you to steamroll the entire...
Zone without upgrades.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. Actually, here's a question, Reese. What in Dark Souls 3? Did any weapon sort of end up becoming your favorite just kind of out of nowhere? Because I decided to make a character based off one of my D&D characters, and she uses a claymore, so that became my main weapon throughout that game. And as I was playing, I thought, hang on, this weapon's actually really fucking sick. And legit, the claymore just randomly became my favourite weapon in the game just because of that.
Do you know one of the funny things is, on that, can I add to that one on that, Elliot? Yeah. When I did the Demon Souls PS5, I did a very sort of heavy armour and spear character.
The Butcher's Knife is a good weapon. That is a good weapon in all fairness.
But I basically kept...
Yeah, we met Simon, everybody. We met Simon. He's in prison now, thank God.
Huh.
Oh God, that's right, the villain in this game is called Simon.
Fair enough. Pretty much...
And he uses a cane!
Oh no!
Oh
no! I'm glad you're on break. I'm on break. We're on break from this next week because we're going to need it after that.
Yeah.
Oh, incidentally, I'm going to play Night Rain next week as the break.
Oh fuck! I can only apologise, guys.
In my defence, most of my losses have been because of teammates. Though I will admit, on a couple of occasions, I've let the side down, and I do apologise to them.
A lot of the times, it's just due to bad team loadout. Sometimes.
Yeah, but if you've been playing and gone with someone else, where the fuck are you going?
Like, as an example, I'll be able to...
It'd be worse than having two randoms. But it will.
I can level it 3 times. Okay, so.
No, the worst game for me.
Let's get Vigor up a little bit.
I will say.
Let's get Technique and Vitality.
It's interesting because would we consider Clair Obscur an indie game?
I'm not sure. Because it.
Because it is a first-time studio and then independent from other companies. Shall we say? I say. Here's the thing, Elliot. For our own awards, let's base it on this. If it gets nominated at the Game Awards for Best Indie, then we'll count it. If it doesn't get nominated at the Game Awards, we won't count it.
It's more double A rather than triple A. I mean, yeah, it's not really indie. I'd really say. I think it's.
Well, technically, Dave the Diver's not an indie game because it's got a.
Yeah, and people were pissed off when it was nominated for Best Indie.
Yeah, I was pissed off, despite the fact I really like that game.
Just like how I was really pissed off when fucking Shadows of the Earthtree was nominated for Best Game. Because that like completely destroyed all the credibility it got. Like it could have been really celebrated as like Best Ongoing Game, and yet people were just like, no, it should not be nominated. And people were pissed off with it.
I love how it got nominated so much and it didn't win a single thing.
Yeah, because it should have been nominated for other stuff. It's DLC.
Yeah, but that's the thing I have is
by that logic, Blood and Wine, the Witcher 3 DLC should have been nominated one year.
But I stand by that won't happen again now because it was so roundly rejected.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to say now they're not going to do it again, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about that again. So I'm not factoring it into my prediction calculations this year.
Yeah.
To be fair, I got 5 right last year.
Can I pet the cat?
Yeah!
I can pet the cat! Even though I've got a 6-1 award, but yeah, again, I think it's just because people were really pissed off that it was nominated. Because let's be honest, if it was up for Best Ongoing Game, it would have won.
Yeah.
I think there's no question about that. It would have won.
But it was like on the night when they got to that and the award goes to, and it was like, I was looking at it going, right, there's 2 disaster options right now, which were Shadow of the Erdtree and Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah.
I was like, anything else? I thought, I was sort of thinking, and I was looking on the night, and I was looking at all the awards and how they've sort of been distributed out, and I thought, it's either going to be Wukong, Astrobot, or Metaphor, because they're very similar. I actually was looking at Metaphor and Astrobot were kind of neck and neck on awards, so I was looking at the Soundtrack Award, and I was going, okay, whoever wins this is going to win Game of the Year. And then it said Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I was like, oh, damn it, way to make this.
I was really confused. I was really confused by that because I was sure Metaphor would end up winning, just because come on, the battle theme became a bit of a meme for a while.
Yeah, I think even like what Dubus Goobus did a parody of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't Dubus Goobus.
I know it was one of those.
It was Pringus McDingus.
Pringus McDingus, yes, Pringus McDingus did that brilliant parody.
Organ function, and there's no.
I was very surprised. I thought this is either going to be Astrobot or it's going to be Metaphor, and then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth won. I was kind of like, okay.
I mean,
that's really thrown it up in the air.
I mean, my favourite soundtrack of the year was Stellar Blade, and I don't think that was nominated.
Sure?
No, good choice though.
Which is upsetting because that soundtrack is fucking sick.
I can't remember what I picked in the end.
I leave the choice to you.
I think I picked Metaphor in the end.
I think I did.
I picked Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That was my vote.
Yeah.
Quicker, but
You're surprised that ended up winning.
Yeah, because I didn't think it was going to win. I thought, well, because the hadn't won anything. It hadn't won anything else, and the one thing I forget is they actually tend to space out which awards get.
We got a cure for Antonia.
They tend to space out who's going to win certain awards, which one's going to get the bigger deal with the award ceremonies, based on to make sure they get enough people up on the night, so it's not the same person coming up over and over again. So I should have thought at that point, actually, it's probably not going to be Metaphor or Astrobot because they've both already gone up to pick up awards.
Oh wait, wrong one. I need to talk to Antonia.
I remember that being one of the most heartwarming moments of the Game Awards for me was when Astrobot won.
We'll have no idea. Thanks for keeping.
Oh wait, no, it's not you I'm meant to give it to. I think it's the butler. Here you go. Here's your master's piss.
Possibility of imminent death. I cannot make this choice.
I'll be honest, actually, I didn't know you could get this, so I didn't do this in my playthrough.
Did you not?
No.
Yes.
didn't continue the. You did try and cure Antonia.
I didn't realise you could. I thought it was so drastic that there was no possibility of curing her.
No, you can. You can.
Oh, I've learned that now. Well, that's what I like about watching these sort of other people do these playthroughs.
Yeah, because you learn. Oh fuck! I really am bad at this.
But it encouraged me to replay the game to get better. Yeah, I was thinking. Oh yeah, I beat. How many Lionels am I down to now? I think I've done like just over a quarter of the Lionels on Tears of the Kingdom now. I forgot. There's one Colosseum that makes you fight like 4 or 5 of them in a row.
Yep.
And it's the Gloom version, so...
Yeah, I remember that bit in the depths. That's one of the reasons why I hate the depths.
Oh, yeah.
Kao's such a misogynist, he refuses to help her.
Fuck you.
This place is...
Oh, this bit. Yeah, I remember this place. So, this place, it's a bit of a pain. I'm a bit mixed up. This is the swamp area. It is a little bit of a pain. It is the however, the boss at the end is where we are going to be getting our final weapon.
Oh, so Timothée Chalamet's been nominated for 2 Oscars.
I imagine one of them's Paul Atreides.
No, it isn't.
Really?
No, it's playing Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown. He was in that movie Call Me By Your Name. He was nominated for actor in a lead role.
How was he not nominated for Paul Atreides? He was great in that film.
Especially because in Dune Part 1 and 2 were both nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Oh yeah, speaking of that, this is relevant. The director of Dune Part 1 and 2 is directing the next Bond film.
Ah, no way. That's cool.
I'm interested what they're going to how he's going to do that, because sci-fi is his thing. How is he going to do action thriller?
Oh fuck. He'll find a way.
Like, even if you think about it, like
yeah, what will hit me first? One giant robot or one doggo?
Like, I suppose Blade Runner 2049, that is kind of an action film, so you could do...
I mean, both that and Dune are very actiony.
But
I say Dune is more actiony than Blade Runner, actually.
But I've always thought that the action scenes in Dune are very subdued. They're very intimate and close up.
Not really. Like I'm like the duel in Part 1, for example.
He's going to send Bond to the future like Jason X. So the funny thing is, well, we've already had Bond in space, so God knows if he's...
Bond travelling through time then.
Because we've had a... Oh yeah, David Tennant had a part in a Muppet space show when he did the pigs in space thing, and he comes on stage as the Doctor.
Huh?
David Tennant's in the Muppets.
Yeah, no, I heard you. That sound was more of a I'm sorry, excuse me?
I know, yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre.
These guys, the guys up there are fucking annoying. I'm gonna say now, I can deal with a lot of enemies, with a lot of enemy types. Archers are the fucking worst for me. Archers can go straight to hell. I hate ranged enemies.
I agree, completely. No, oh my god!
I thought I was able to avoid that.
I remember.
Is that not?
David Tennant was on hosting Have I Got News for You once, and they said I managed to turn back.
Oh fuck! Fat Pennywise is back.
Someone said I managed to turn back time. He said, "Yeah, it's an old trick." He's apparently one of the nicest people to meet if you end up meeting him.
David Tennant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. He just seems like a really nice guy.
Which version, David Tennant's played 4 iterations of the Doctor. Do you know what, Reese? I could answer that question, but we'd like to be done before 7. Man,
Yeah, I just kind of want to talk about this. What is it you don't really like about Warhammer? Because I want to have, as I said, I kind of want to have a bit of a. I said one day I'm gonna do a stream where I'm gonna try and get you interested in Warhammer.
Do you know what it is? It's the sheer amount of stuff at this point.
I mean, it is a series. It's been going on for over 40 years.
But it's just the aesthetic doesn't really please to me. I would never want to collect the things either. Like, I never want to collect and paint them. Like, oh god, I tried to paint like some of those old model aircrafts when I was younger. My dyspraxic hands trying to do that was a disaster.
Oh fuck, damn.
Along with trying to do Sabutio, that's were two things that as a kid I never should have attempted.
I think I said before. Don't forget, every time it was also son-in-law and Peter Davidson who put. Ah, okay, it's cool. I don't know. I just like I really like grimdark sort of settings, and I don't think you get any more grimdark than Warhammer.
See, I'm very mixed on grimdark settings because I there's some I really like and there's some that I really can't stand. I don't really like. I always find I'm not really into the whole grimdark thing sometimes. Like sometimes I'm just. Like,
are you sort of in the same opinions as other Sarcastic Productions are, where you just where everything is just kind of miserable and you're like, no, I don't really like that?
Yeah, I think I am. I do share a lot of opinions with overly Sarcastic Production. I think that's one of them.
Meanwhile, in my case, it's kind of the reason why I like it so much is it's sort of similar to like the duality of Danganronpa, sort of that balance of hope and despair. Because it's still the idea that no matter how dire things get, there's still people trying to do their best.
Yeah, that's the sort of grimdark stories I like.
That's why I really like about that. Really like about them. Like it's still people like trying to get through the really tough situations to find a hopeful ending.
What I don't like is when the story says, no, you shouldn't have had hope, and you were stupid to have had it in the first place.
Very few stories have that kind of ending.
Do you know what?
Like another big part of it is because I really like sort of characters that you root for, but but also feel a bit bad for because they're kind of bastards. Like the first law series by Joe Abercrombie is a perfect example of this.
Oh,
because the characters in that story are awful.
Yeah.
Like they are absolute bastards, but you love them just because of how fucking well they're written and whatnot.
It's kind of like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That point.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's sort of they are awful characters, but they are meant to be awful, and they have that charm for being awful.
Yeah, you have to be very there's a real balancing act with doing that. So, like for example, a show I like, but I know other people aren't a big fan of, is Has Been Hotel.
Yeah.
And that has a similar effect for me with
I think a big reason why a lot of people don't like that show is just because there's so much reliance on swearing, which I do kind of agree with.
It's funny, they really toned it down for the Amazon Prime series.
I think there's more Hell of a Boss then.
Yeah, Hell of a Boss, they really...
Also because the fan base is incredibly toxic.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that one.
Like the fan base is really fucking shitty.
Yeah, there's a bit of a Rick and Morty fan base thing going on with it.
Oh no, the difference is Rick and Morty fans were just kind of annoying. These the Has Been Hotel fan base is actually fucking evil.
Oh, do you remember that guy who he paid? I don't know if you, because you're not terminally online, you might have missed this. There was a guy who paid like loads of money.
Oh, the one who paid money to the Has Been Hotel guys to like make an animation of the main character from that show fall in love with them.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah, I know that one. That was just. That guy's a YouTuber as well, and he's paid like I think a couple grand. I just think, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. It was one of those where I was like, I get really liking something, but that is really going weird.
Jesus Christ. Bro, go outside. Talk to other women.
See, I was gonna say, for all the
like, this is coming from someone who hasn't had a girlfriend in like nearly a decade. For the love of God, man, there's being lonely, then there's fucking that.
Yeah. Put it this way, we make Kitagawa jokes about me. At least we haven't gone that far.
Yeah.
In fact, it's just the joke. No, it's Rit jokes. Rit jokes are the ones that everyone makes about me because I'm the only person who really, really likes that anime. Which
one's that?
Banished from the Heroes Party.
Ah, yeah, Rit. Written red, yeah.
What-
Either that, or we just say you're the Uncle from Another World. Sonic!
No, my favourite. It's funny because
Fuck you.
that line novels just came to an end actually with that one.
Well, Uncle from Another World.
No, Banished from the Heroes Party. Uncle from Another World, I believe, is an original project. So, one of the weird. One of the things I'm getting bored of is when any manga on Shonen Jump ends and they say, just any blonde with large melons, really, Cal.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, let's be honest.
Do you know what, Al? Yeah, I think that came about because it was the same. We were saying I picked Alice from Duke of Death and Rit as my favourite characters for 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we all know where the joke comes from, and we all know why we do it because it is 100% true.
Fuck off. I will say though, I'm glad I'm glad that show got a conclusion.
Yeah, I'm surprised it did, honestly. It's kind of funny because a lot of people like really didn't like Duke of Death as made because it's bad 3D animation, it sucks, and then people kept watching and they just thought, okay, you know what, this is actually kind of peak.
Well, it's made by a studio that actually is good at making 3D anime. That's why.
Well, no, I mean I still stand by the 3D animation in Duke of Death is not great.
It's not great.
It's not really that good, but you know what, the story is really good.
Put it this way, the other one that's
like, it's not like Berserk 2016 where the animation is so bad it really takes you out of what is a fantastic story.
Put it this way, the Netflix series they did, High Score Girl.
Yeah.
That one had better animation.
Yeah.
And that also went for its full run. That actually got a conclusion.
Huh? I mean, Beastars has 3D animation, and that's having its full run. Well, had its full run, rather. That's ended.
Yeah, no, but the thing I get with is whenever there's an ending on Shonen Jump, like any manga, and everyone says the end of an era, it's like, you've said that so many times, it's lost all meaning.
I mean, it's all because like they're all just really big shows.
It's not great.
Like for example, when My Hero Academia ended, you can kind of acknowledge that's the end of a very big thing.
Yes.
Or maybe like a lot of people are saying that with Jujutsu Kaisen, which I can't kind of believe. Then people were saying, then Kaiju number 8 started, and then they were saying, oh, that's an end of an era. So it's like, it's big.
Yeah, that was what they really got me that for. That was actually the one that really got me that for. The anime is still going for Beastars. It's going to have its conclusion.
Oh, it's going, okay.
Like, you could...
Because I thought the 3rd season was labelled as a final one.
Yeah, like, I could say, for example, Attack on Titan, whatever your thoughts on Attack on Titan are, when that came to an end, that really was the end of an era, because it had been because since 2013, it had been such a massive part of every...
That was, like, major in the anime culture.
Yeah, that was a major cultural touchstone. And you could say that for when Bleach and... I really could say that for when Bleach and Naruto reached their endings.
Yeah, and we are 100% going to be saying that when One Piece finally ends.
Yeah,
in the year 2173.
Put it this way, I'm wondering if I'm going to outlive One Piece.
Apparently, I mean, they are in the final arc, and apparently has like 5 years left. That is what Oda said. So,
here's what... but again, I don't think like Kaiju number 8, I don't think you can say right now that's the end of an era when that...
Yeah, like that was big, but not massive.
Not end of an era. It's not like My Hero Academia where that really was a cultural touchstone.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's Den to Den levels.
Am I going to be alone in praising Vigilantes tomorrow? I
have not watched it, we'll be honest.
You'd be surprised, it's pretty good.
I have heard good things about it, I just never really got around.
Let's be honest, Elliot, your real hype for My Hero Academia went ages ago.
It went after season 3, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no.
Season 3 I still think is peak at My Hero Academia. 6 was good. Season 6 was good, but the problem is it took so long to get there. Because like seasons 4 and 5 was literally just training arc.
Yeah, even at the time, and I like My Hero Academia, but even I admit, way too many training arcs.
He took storylines that should have been like 3 episodes and made it an entire season.
I've only watched a couple of episodes recently.
Yeah, most of my time with sequels has been with Windbreaker and Fire Force, with a little bit of Aharon-san wa Hakarenai in.
I think you're going to be...
Which, in all fairness, that was good.
I think you guys are going to be a bit surprised tomorrow on what my best sequel is.
I have a feeling actually, because I remember you saying one that in particular you really liked. We count it as a sequel, as I put on my list. Are we counting?
Yes, yeah, because it's spin-off. Yes. Let's face it, it would get.
I mean, because we're not counting Quacks as one when that's a spin-off slash sequel slash alternate timeline slash.
We are counting Quacks. We are counting
Quacks. Yuri fanfiction, whatever.
We counted Quacks as a sequel because Reese.
I thought it was originally you said it was.
No, I wasn't sure. So.
Oh, Windbreak has been amazing. Like I think Alava's liked Windbreaker the first season when it first came out. I was the only one like majorly raving about it.
I think
that would have been my wild card. A wild card if I had 2 wild cards that year. And honestly, in hindsight, I probably would have made that my wild card instead of Makaine.
Do you know what? I would have preferred it if you'd picked it, because I'm at this stage now. It's definitely in hindsight going to look a lot better because Windbreaker Season 2 was really good.
Oh, see, like, I love Season 1. Season 2 has been even better.
Yeah, Season 2 is an improvement over Season 1.
And I love Season 1.
Yeah. It's actually realised, oh yes, we need to have a whole bunch of characters, not just one.
Oh no! Season 1 did a great job introducing all the characters.
Yeah, I think Season 2 fleshed them out very well.
Yeah,
it's because it was so far behind the Season 1 during that season.
Yeah, that's fair. Like you did say, I'm pretty sure you did say you weren't very far into it, but I think that was the same season Kaiju number 8 came out. And everyone was raving about that. And yet the ones I was raving about was Windbreaker and Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night.
Is Windbreaker...
Which, that one was fantastic.
Is Windbreaker on the Shonen Jump app?
No, I think it's Kodansha.
Kodansha owns it, yes.
Which, yeah, so we can't... I mean, I can get it. You can get the manga, but you can't, get it on the app.
You can't get it for, week by week.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, I think Zom 100's about to come to its end soon.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, the way they're playing it at the minute, it's I feel like they're on their last filler arc.
Oh, damn.
Put it this way, I don't know that, but the way that it's been written, it's really feeling like we're going to do 1, maybe 2 more filler arcs, and then
that's the way I mean.
And then we really need to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I've said about Zom 100, because I was recommending it to a couple of my friends from America, I said it's basically, the thing I like about it is it's a zombie fiction where everyone's not an asshole.
No, there are assholes. It's positive zombie fiction.
Yeah, positive zombie fiction.
It's someone finding the best out of an apocalypse.
Yeah, it's like, what does someone do with the apocalypse? They be their best self.
In fairness, I do benefit from your prowess as well.
Do you have a brother in Elden Ring? Because I swear I've seen you before.
They say a terrible monster lives on the cliff.
Oh, please, we're cousins at least.
It behaves like a crow, gathering shiny things.
We're cousins at best.
I have absconded with treasures from its lair.
I hope he's not related to Blythe. This guy's an asshole.
Now, catch your interest? If you're hunting ergo...
Yeah, my cousin was enough of an asshole to be here. What does the fox say?
Oh, fuck off!
And it is worthy...
That meme was bad when it came out.
Do you know what's amazing? I actually found they did do something that I found hilarious.
What's that?
I'll play it for you afterwards. They basically took over an elevator and pretended there was a voice-activated elevator.
Huh.
And they started doing music in the lift. So, would you like Disney mode? No. Yes, selected.
I don't remember. I saved so many of the common people. Anyway, thank her, I suppose. Oh.
There was actually a rumour going around that they were secretly a Eurovision entry a couple of years ago. I did manage to get it back. Yeah, because the Norwegian entry was a couple of guys dressed in space outfits where they were werewolves in suits from outer space.
See, sign that he's not doing that. He's definitely bad. He was insulting that girl's gloves.
Oh, fuck you!
Yeah. Yeah. As a bit of a spoiler, Alador is a bit of an asshole.
No surprise there. What am I? Oh yeah, I'm up to date on Spy X Family now.
I'm not really up to date on that many. The only one I can think of is there are. Oh fuck! There are a couple I can think of. I'm fully up to date on Free Ren. I'm fully up to date on Ichi the Witch, which we've reached. I think we're close to reaching the end of an arc in that one, and the arc has been fantastic. Holy shit! If you have not read Ichi the Witch, it's great.
I'm fully up to date on Tonikawa, but that's...
I'm fully up to date on one called Ruri Dragon, which that one's been really good.
Yeah, you recommended me that one. I liked what I've read so far.
That one's like coming out very infrequently. I think it's on a hiatus at the minute.
Ooh, I thought you were going to step in it then.
So, I didn't even notice that. Free Ren apparently is coming back in like July, I think it said.
So your favourite manga is coming back. My favourite manga is still on hiatus.
Second favourite manga. My favourite manga is Berserk.
Oh yeah. No, I love. I'm gutted that Tonikawa's.
Tonikawa's your favourite manga?
No, but I'm saying it's the one I was up to date the most with. But it's a shame because I would like to see more of it, but hopefully the hiatus ends soon.
Yeah.
But it is an indefinite hiatus, so it could be any time.
I cannot wait for Free Ren Season 2 to come out. I cannot wait to see how good it gets. Because, again, Season 1, we have not even reached a peak. Season 1 was really good. We have not gotten to the best arc.
I need to play your Free Ren Abridged, because I'll see if you like it.
No, I don't ruin that show for me. Don't do anything that could ruin the majesty that is that show.
I have heard a couple of, not so much spoilers, but hints about things about Stark and Fern later in the manga.
I'm not gonna say anything. Like, what were the spoilers you think you've heard?
Well, I've heard...
Or you can say, or more accurately say it off screen, probably.
Yeah, I'll say it off screen, but I've not heard spoilers per se, but I've heard there's a couple of chapters people say it's peak their development.
Oh yeah, they do have some really good development in a couple of the later chapters. I love the subtle sort of them two getting closer. Like they don't. And that's the thing I love about Free Ren. Like all the writing is incredibly subtle. Like all the character relationships developing. Like they don't get anything explicitly said. It's all just sort of. It always happens in the background. And it's just done so fucking well.
Oh yeah, I'm going to try and get in a bit earlier tomorrow because I want to charge up the camera for doing that. And I'll do a test once Reese arrives because I'll give it then I'll do a test when Reese arrives. After I've done the test, I'll plug it back in. Then we'll get on the case when you and Ren arrive.
Hello, Mr. Handsome Idiot.
We went through a bunch of the Axia storage the other day. Turns out there's a bunch of equipment like tripods and microphones that I bought we haven't used yet.
Oh yes, there's one thing
I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I don't want to take chances on a very important podcast.
You missed my comment, but
but he's sure
be sure to remind Ren to bring
his commander deck.
I'm
going to bring an extra deck just in case.
Yeah, I've got a few decks with me. I'm going to choose my Jeskai one though.
Yeah, the new Gundam manga started called Gundam 8 sees the last 200 humans of a post-apocalypse Earth with the final Gundam facing off against biological Gundam-sized monsters.
Ooh, so Gundam meets Kaijus then?
Kind of, yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yes.
Apparently, from what you know that Magic the Gathering manga, destroy all humans that can't be regenerated.
Yeah.
I think from what I've heard, that manga has actually ended. It's had 18 volumes out in Japan, and I think the last one came out not too long ago. I only know that though because I'm only guessing that though because on the Magic the Gathering subreddit, someone said that they went to Japan and got the final manga volume.
What?
Apparently volume 4 is going to be coming out over here at some point soon. Which I'm looking forward to. I need to read that one. Weren't we meant to get Magic the Gathering anime?
Yeah.
I don't think anime. We do have a manga, but I think we're still waiting for the series to come out.
Yeah, there's so much shit going on with that one. It keeps.
Yes, it's in development hell.
Yeah, I'm just at the point of I'm at the point of just going. I'm not too bothered whether it happens or not.
I mean, if you want like big fantasy interconnected series, we're gonna get more League of Legends stuff, which I'm very excited after Arcane.
Yeah, Arcane's fantastic.
Oh, Arcane was so fucking good, dude.
It's
and if you get the chance, I highly recommend reading the Ruination book. It is such a good read.
Is there an audiobook version of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it has all the characters. Voice actors from the game reprised the roles for it.
That's excellent. Because
Like that, the audiobook was how I listened to it. It's generally really good. Like, if you do know it's about the creation of the Shadow Isle. So if you do know the story, well, you'll know the book.
Well, the funny thing
but it's really cool to see like the origins of like Callista and Virgo and characters like that.
It's funny because my favourite League of Legends character still has not had a book or comic about him.
Which one's that?
Amumu, the little mummy child.
I think my favourite after Ruination, my favourite is probably Callista.
So, who is? Okay. What else manga am I up to date on? Yeah, no, I'm up to date on Spy X Family.
So they do exist.
I think they're at a bit of a lull point at the minute.
Alright.
Like, they've had to do a weird side story for like the last 3 chapters around one of the characters.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised the series is still ongoing.
Yeah, that one's getting very slow to develop.
Yeah.
That being said, when it comes back, they are doing one of the best storylines.
Oh, that's cool.
Seriously, one of the best moments for Anya coming up.
Tell me how I'll return the favor. I want to learn how to feel. Hello, my only friend.
Oh wait,
Hello, my only friend.
this is you when I show up at your door. Hello, my only friend. What have you come to tell me? That's you when I come in the stream.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go up there. Before I do anything down here, I'm gonna try and go up there to beat that to kill that guy because this is just awful.
All I'll say, Elliot, is I'm glad you got me to go to that Disturbed show.
Yeah.
Because it has meant...
You can't do Pokemon now.
Yes, and I'm actually kind of glad about that, because when I re-thought about it, I thought, no, I actually wouldn't mind having a longer break.
Yeah.
And really thinking things over. Because I'm actually... no joke.
I mean, you could have still just not gone, even if we did have Disturbed.
Genuinely, though, I think I'm going to try and make a... I'm not going to say I'm going to try for Worlds next year, but I'm going to make a real attempt for...
Hello? Sorry, I'm taking a quick break. Ripley's just come up to me.
Hello, Ripley.
By the way, new hard mode for... Yeah, I saw that. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't actually beaten the Night Lord. I'm gonna try and beat the Night Lord before I do the special event. Because I know what the grappling maul was like. That special mode, so I know for a fact, yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat it unless I at the very least beat the original version. Speaking of gigs, we saw Iron Maiden last week.
Yeah, very good gig.
Wow, like that was generally top 3 gigs. It was fantastic. And like you were very good with adhering to their request that people not bring out their phones too often to record and take pics. I didn't follow that rule. I did take a couple of pictures. I did record a couple of times.
That pisses me off because it's just kids. You're not losing anything out of that.
No, I mean it's sort of they want you to be in the moment kind of thing. Like they're not it's not like Ghosts. They're not completely banned them, but it's more just a nice request for you to just not look through your screen, which I think is fine. And they even said if you want to take a couple of pictures or do a couple of videos, that's fine. Just don't record the whole thing.
Oh, did you see the asshole who was in front of me who recorded the entire fucking show?
Yes, I was about to say that fucking asshat who didn't do anything like nod his head. He didn't he didn't sing. He wasn't cheering, clapping. He wasn't even nodding his head. He just stood there the entire time, fucking recorded just on his phone. It plugged into a fucking
power brick,
recording the entire thing. I was just looking at it the entire time, just like, you asshole, you seen Iron Maiden, fucking enjoy it.
I was like, are you actually going to watch this back? And I mean really watch this back?
No, I think he was recording for YouTube or something. Like his one thing was just, I'm going to upload this to YouTube and people are going to fuck to it. Like, and people are just going to People gonna watch it. I'm gonna get a lot of money. Like, fuck off.
No, the worst.
Just watch the actual band.
Oh no, the best one was that girl who was in front of us, a couple of rows in front of us, and she was taking pictures and video on her DSi.
No, not DSi, 3DS. Someone brought in that fucking 3D ad. That was me. I would have stood in front of his camera.
And Reese is the tallest one out of us.
Honestly, I would have been tempted. I probably would have been tempted. I would have been tempted if but that would have meant I would have had to push in front of other people, and I don't want to be that asshole. You don't want to be the asshole if you're pushing in front of other people, blocks their view, ruins their time.
Oh, so
okay. And but yeah, I probably would have done it. I would have just turned behind and just enjoy the fucking show, you twat.
No, that was amazing. The girl with the 3DS that recorded.
It was so cool. I was so tempted to go up to her after the show and just go, "You're my favorite fucking person here." It's recording on your 3DS. That is fucking wild.
I was tempted to start chanting DS. But no,
that was my favorite person there. Yeah. It was sick. But also, I'm so shocked. That. The main thing I think shocked me was how good Bruce Dickinson sounded.
Yeah, his
voice is not deteriorated in the slightest. And he was still super energetic. He was still running around. He had costume change every couple songs. You just think, Jesus Christ, you would not be able to tell he was in his late 60s or whatever he's in.
Yeah, put it this way, I saw him. The first time I saw him was over 10 years ago. He's still got the same energy.
Yeah, holy hell, he said, there's no doubt. He said during the show, there's no guarantee we're going to be going for another 50 years. With the energy, mate, I would not be surprised if you did.
I love the idea.
If 50 years from now we were fucking seeing them again and he still had that energy.
Bruce Dickinson is over 100.
Considering the fact that we saw Scorpions at Wacken and the lead singer in that did not have nearly the same amount of stage presence as Dickinson did. He was still he still sounded good, but he was still he sort of stood in one position most of the show. And Dickinson was still waving a British flag around during Trooper and running about the stage. Jesus Christ, dude. And that goes for the rest of the band as well. The band still has the same level of energy. When the bassist got his bass, started doing that to the audience. That was so cool.
Waiting for his duet with David Dickinson.
Hello, I'm David Dickinson, and I'm gonna be singing some Iron Maiden. Oh, understand. Wasted time, always thinking about the wasted years. That sounds with that voice, it sounds like it should be played to a fucking banjo or something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna even go bother. I'm just gonna throw shit at him. Oh, hello, hey up, mate. Where's your fucking legs? Where's your wheelchair, you daft cunt?
Ringo Starr was asked, what do you miss most about Liverpool? When he was being interviewed at this opening ceremony for Liverpool becoming the European capital of culture.
Yeah.
And he said, not much, really.
Yeah, let's be honest.
And so afterwards, a group of enraged Beatles fans sawed off his head from a hedge maze statue.
Bloody hell. I like to know, these are oftentimes the same people who, when during a comedy gig, will ask, what's the best thing to do in Liverpool? Their best answer will be leave! It's shit!
No, I remember, but it's funny because I remember Ed Burns said, in Liverpool they can take a joke. They were rolling in Lyles when I said they called it John Lennon Airport because it's the first place he went when he earned a bit of bob.
It's kind of weird to think that the next show we're going to now is Wacken.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And 5 weeks.
5 weeks time.
5 weeks tonight till the second day. Actually, that's it's gone by really quickly. And do you know what? Wacken have recently advertised that they're letting you book to get tattoos done there. Not gonna lie, I'm really tempted.
Just remember what happened to the last person in our group who got a tattoo.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but
you're not committing
Yeah,
the
but
same
I'm
crime.
allowed. That's the thing. I'm allowed 100 feet in front of the school.
Hey! No, it's
that's the thing. I don't listen to Lost Prophets anymore.
No, yeah. If you want to get it, Elliot,
I am very tempted to. But I'm also just thinking, if I go to Vakin and show up with a tattoo, my mum's probably gonna fucking kill me.
And she's gonna kill me next because I will have been in charge of the whole thing.
Actually, well, nah, I'm just kidding. I am very tempted to get one though. Like, it's only two. There are only two ones. Like, it's the Vakin logo and just the horns with Vakin 2025 underneath it. I am probably gonna get the logo. I'm not sure where to put it though.
The shoulder is normally where people get it.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the shoulder, but at the same time, I'm also thinking I want something big for like my forearm.
I'm not gonna
get a fucking tramp stamp.
I don't. So she doesn't see it. No, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it for two reasons.
Well, you're gonna be paranoid that the second you get a tattoo of anything, some mad shit's gonna come out about it.
Yeah, and also I've got terrible pain threshold.
I mean, would you get tattoos if you could? If you really wanted to?
Maybe.
Or would you want to get tattoos? I think it's the main question.
I don't have a major desire to do it, to be honest.
That's you don't need to get them then. If you don't want to, you don't have to get them. Like, we're not gonna go, oh, you're not a fucking true metalhead unless you have 50 tattoos on your fucking chest. No, you could be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm happy not to. But it's like people look at me and they think I should have tattoos, and I don't have a single one.
I do think you would suit tattoos, in all fairness.
Do you know
if you did want to, what one do you think you would get?
I think I would get the Vakken logo on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And then get the years I've been, but I'd run out of room very fast.
Yeah.
But I was considering.
I mean, I have. Tattoos. I have no desire to get one myself. Again, that is entirely fair. Yeah. I do want more tattoos. I do have. Obviously, I have the Manchester B on my wrist. And honestly, I do regret getting it a little bit, but it's more just because I would have liked a big tattoo on there, and I can't really get one because of that now.
Amy's got a tattoo after our grandmother died. She got one saying Nanny.
Oh.
And
he gets Sonic's face on his chest.
I was tempted actually to get the Fairy Tale logo from
Fairy Tale.
From Fairy Tale, because I thought that one would look quite good on me.
If I were to get any anime one, I would get one of these symbols from Fate on my hand. I think I would get the Rider one from Heaven's Feel. Just because I thought she was so fucking badass in a fight against Saber.
I'll tell you another one. Actually, I was going through my most listened songs from 2024.
Oh yeah.
And one of them was the song that Battle Beast did for Fairy Tale.
Ah, right, no way.
Yeah, no, it's such a good song, that one.
I don't think I've heard that one actually.
Yeah, no, the Battle Beast did a song for the Fairy Tale soundtrack.
That is very cool. One sec. Okay, let's see if there's I can't get up there through there. But how do
I am glad we pre-ordered the food, mate, because I am hungry.
I kind of want tattoos of different things I really enjoy. Obviously I want a video game tattoo, which I think is probably going to be the Elden Ring sign.
That's a good one.
Something I kind of want to do is, if I can lose more weight and get rid of the boobs, I can I'll get it on my chest or something. I've wanted one metal to represent metal for a while. Not just the Vakken logo, because Vakken is an obsession of mine, but I see that and metal as a whole to be a bit separate. And recently, something I've been kind of thinking about is getting Eddie.
Yeah.
Specifically the artwork from Killers on it.
The thing is, I mean, with Vakken this year,
either that or I'm probably not gonna get it now after the shit that's come out that Draymond's done. But one I was thinking of was getting the album artwork for Disturbed's Asylum.
Oh, I would have gone for a 10,000 Fists if I was picking any of those.
That's a cool one. One I do think is really cool, but now in retrospect, I think it's really funny. Is someone got Dio on his forearm like that.
Yeah.
So you know that image of him doing that at a gig, which I saw that at first. I thought, that's really cool. That's actually really cool. And someone commented on it. Now he knows that every time he's jerks off, it's going to be Dio doing it. And that just makes me fucking laugh in hindsight.
Oh no, there's a great one. My friend the Pokemon. He's got a tattoo, a Simpsons reference tattoo, it's Homer punching Lenny in the back of the head.
Actually, that's a question. If you could do like a joke tattoo, what would you get? Like let's do specifically a Simpsons one.
Oh, there is one I saw online. Actually, it's great. A person got an entire Grandpa Simpson rant on his arm, going down saying, the first such occasion was in 1929. I went to Shelbyville, which in those days was called Ogdenville.
I will probably get the dud.
That was a good one.
I will probably get the duds. That's kind of fun. That was kind of funny. I think one Ren said he would get was the Barney one. You know, the one where it goes, "Don't cry for me, I'm already dead."
Do you know what I get? I get on my. Do you know what? Actually, I've thought of it now. I get my arm. On this arm, he can talk. He can talk. He can talk. He can talk. And on the other arm, I can sing.
Or you know what? I would have Homer Simpson from Treehouse of Horror, and underneath in like really scratchy writing would be no TV, no beer makes Homer something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. Nah, I wouldn't. I would just have the would make Homer something bit. Like I think that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, that's one I would. Rufus Hound is one of my favorite tattoos. If Cal and I did a fusion dance, that
we would be comic book guy. Honestly, I could see it. Like you have the beard and the hair. Reese has everything else.
No, come on. I think it's Reese and Reese combined because Reese isn't. Because I am definitely pudgier than Reese in several regards. The funniest.
Oh fuck it! Yeah, this has killed me. Yeah.
The Rufus Hound is one of my favorite tattoos. He has a tattoo of monkeys fighting robots.
That's sick.
No, the worst.
Honestly, if I had the physique and I could tolerate the pain and I had the funds, I would honestly get the Dragon of Dojima on my back. I would get Kiryu's tattoo.
You would never be able to. You'd never be allowed in Japan if you did that.
I would not. But at the very least, I would, but I just wouldn't be allowed in the hot springs.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. You even now you're not going to be allowed in the hot springs.
Yeah, because I have that.
You have the tattoo. Yeah, very visible tattoo.
Yeah, like because
from what
I've heard, I think a lot of Yakuza, or at least ex-Yakuza members, like the anime guy did an interview. Now I'm a bigger build from when I used to be more muscular in high school, playing rugby and always in the weight room.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, like apparently or at least the anime man interviewed an ex-Yakuza, and like I think after the Way of a House Husband came out, and
he's engaged now.
Sorry,
he's engaged now.
Yeah, he is. It's actually kind of funny because he said, so what's your name? And he said, I can't remember his name, but the name of the main character from Where the House Has Been, because he was dressed like him. And the Yakuza guy went, okay, yeah, stop being funny, actually answer the question. Like in a really intimidating way.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and he did say that he didn't mind when people did get that big tattoo, but he once said as long as they, understand the meaning and the significance of it. Because it is like a really, really... It's not just like something for looks, it is like a really important symbol to Yakuza families.
One of the, I did find it
But I do remember, like, I think also there was a Yakuza member who got a one-piece one of that, which I think is just really cool. There
was actually an implied Yakuza themed stable in WWE in the mid-2000s.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Tajiri, who's a very popular Japanese wrestler, got very big in America. He hired a couple of heavies who posed as fans in the audience to help him win matches, and it was implied they were members of the Yakuza. So they didn't really go anywhere because they dumped the gimmick like a couple of months later. And in fact, one of the guys, Akio, he rebranded himself as a cowboy wrestler called Jimmy Wang Yang. No joke. I know that sounds hilarious, and it went nowhere. That went over like shit. He was huge for a bit.
Bloody hell!
Wrestling fans really do like it when wrestlers just sort of go a bit out of their comfort zone, just go a bit nuts.
Yeah, that's just wrestling in general. Like, I think it's a bit of a shame that I don't really like wrestling because I do imagine it's just like the wildest, most crazy thing out there. But I don't know. I don't like watching people beat each other up. That's like part of the main thing.
That's good. Oh, I'm watching a live event tomorrow.
Ah, cool.
Because it's WWE.
Wait, we're recording tomorrow.
No.
Are we gonna have you like on a fucking iPad or something?
No,
Just go. Okay, so here's my picks for best guy. Oh, come on!
No, it's Saturday. Sorry, I'm getting my days mixed up. It's Saturday. The event's happening. Yeah, there are Western and cowboy otakus in Japan. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of Japanese. I think it is where Western people are just such big fans of Japanese culture and mostly anime and stuff like that. I think a lot. AKA the kind of people who don't realize that Japan would not be as good a place to live as an anime implies.
Yeah, it's like I do feel like saying to him, you're aware it's actually I know you guys watch a lot of anime. It's actually quite right wing in Japan.
Yeah, it's really not the same.
I've been there, so I can say from experience. But the Japan is actually getting way more center now, though, as it turns out.
Yeah, they're actually getting better.
Which is kind of funny because anytime they do, you always get some arsehole online saying it's Western imperialism imposing on Japan. I'm like,
bro, like it's good. It's good things. People walking in a traffic get hit by truck repeatedly. Yeah, believe it or not, guys, when you get hit by a truck, you don't go to a fancy world. You just die.
I actually had an idea for.
Actually, 1 sec. Sorry, I'm seriously pissed. Like bloody hell.
I actually had. I'll tell this idea.
Yeah, you just say
it. Basically, the idea of forming a sort of. The idea I had was if I do an isekai story, an isekai UN, where all the different. It's like people who get isekai from different nations having to work together. I am not going to play this because if I screw this up, Elliot will kill me. And I'm not even sure I'm saying that figuratively. I swear, if you picked for Deliveroo to have a time slot for I want it to arrive at this time, it will arrive on the end of that time slot, not the beginning, almost every time. Whereas if you order it on the moment, say, can it be here in 15 or 20 minutes? It's like 20, if it says it'll be 20, 30 minutes, it will be 20, 30 minutes. Let me double check. I definitely... Yeah, there's my picante pizza. I've not bothered ordering a drink because the last couple of times I've ordered a drink on Deliveroo, it's not been delivered. So I actually bought myself a drink earlier. That's solid.
She just followed me upstairs.
Yeah, she did.
You're never a bathroom follower.
Your driver probably nicked it. Yeah, no, seriously. Every time I've ordered a drink the last couple of times in Deliveroo. By the way, you got my headphones on. Yours are there.
I thought they were my wireless ones.
But
how the hell did that not hit me? Okay, that did. That time it did.
Yeah, basically my idea, Elliot, was like you do either a superhero team or a UN sort of thing of isekai protagonists that came from different nations.
I had a couple of ideas if I ever wasn't sane enough to do an isekai. The first one is cyberpunk.
That'll be interesting.
Isekai but cyberpunk, and like not just like it's generic isekai in cyberpunk settings. I mean like full dark cyberpunk. And like the person's really out of his elements, and he doesn't adjust well instantly.
We've got about 5 minutes, by the way. Sorry? We've got about 5 minutes, by the way.
Like all that kind of stuff.
You've not picked up your Death Ergo.
I I'm not getting it because when you take damage from this guy, because when you take damage from an enemy, you start to lose the amount of ergo you can receive until you kill it. So that's kind of what I'm taking the risk right now. The other idea I came up with, and I swear to God, I came up with this before Zenshu came out. Basically, for lack of better terms, Berserk author gets reincarnated into his own story. That's incomplete. So like he ends up in like a really grimdark story as to try and survive, but he has the power of the manga author, so he's basically able to make his own draw his own creations and use them to fight.
You must have been so pissed off when Zenshu came out.
Well, not really, because the difference is, unlike Zenshu, when it comes to the drawings, there are actual rules aside from just you can't draw the same thing twice. Like it has to be in keeping with the world. It can't be. It has to be like up to a certain power level, like all that kind of thing. And because the main character of his original story wasn't Nelf, it would take place like across hundreds of years.
So okay, here's an. I've heard.
It's actually, and the idea for his story is actually something I want to make a D&D campaign out of at some point, because I really like the idea of just like fuck it out. I actually kind of want to like put players through this.
I actually had the idea of a mentor to future isekai. He's already lived in.
Yeah, I think he said this. Like basically, an isekai mentor trains a new reincarnated hero.
And the idea I had of him was that actually, when he did the full isekai treatment, he went in with the expectation of that isekai story. He fulfilled it. It actually made him a worser person, and he regrets. He's got so much regret in his life. He wants to make sure the next generation of isekai protagonists don't go down the rabbit hole he went down.
That's a cool idea.
Because I often thought it'd be a cool way to do like commentary on the isekai tropes.
Yeah. The thing I thought would be interesting for like the whole manga reincarnation story is as I said, the story he's written is incomplete.
Yeah.
So he goes in like from the start of where he started writing the story, knowing what's going to happen. But then, like in the actual real world, they brought in another manga writer to continue the story, and so he doesn't know where it's going to go after a certain point.
To answer your question from earlier, Elliot.
Yeah.
17 episodes of Death Stranding 2. I've only just got to episode 2. I'm going to be at this a while.
Yeah.
I was really hoping to get it done. I was really hoping to get it done before we went to Vakken, but
I'm just going to say, my brother in Christ, I am playing 100 Lines as Defense Academy. I'm trying to get every ending.
Yeah.
There is 100 of them, and there are 22 routes. And I've just gotten to day 15 of my second playthrough.
You got like 3 minutes, Elliot. So I think we'll get to the next what's it, location? And then
yeah, Stargazer.
We'll get to the next Stargazer.
It might be a bit.
Oh, I'm okay for going over if we need to.
Okay.
What's?
Yeah, have you played much more of 100 Lines?
No, because there's so much other things on Switch 2 have taken up my time, so I've really just not managed to get round to it.
Again, really recommend going back to it.
Okay.
I'm really happy I decided to do the second playthrough because the story gets a lot better.
Put it this way, I'm going to.
Yeah, there it is. So here it is. So this is the guy I meant to kill and destroy this thing, and the thing I was gonna destroy. So I can actually do shit down there.
Thank God for that.
I'm pretty sure the next Stargazer is kind of close. I'm gonna get to that. We're gonna go back and do the rest of that shit when we come back to it.
In 2 weeks' time, yes.
Yeah. If I remember, because again, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
But again, I do really recommend going back 200 Lines when you get the chance.
I will definitely. It doesn't help that I'm trying to go for 100% in Tears of the Kingdom.
Because obviously you know the director is the same guy that did Danganronpa. Honestly, one of my favorite game directors at the minute. Just because he makes some really good shit, and this is like. This is like some of his best work in my opinion. I'll tell you, this is one of his best stories.
But at the minute, it's
gone the complete wrong way.
I will say though, I'm very hyped for Donkey Kong Bonanza in a couple of weeks.
That should be pretty good, yeah.
It's funny because it's a case. It's just a couple of case-specific things that I'm really looking forward to in the coming weeks. I'm looking. I reckon I've heard. What are you? Have you got any expectation for that Pokemon Presents?
Honestly, my one hope is just we get the Pokemon games on NSO.
I reckon there's a good possibility that they're going to shadow drop that day. So I'm really looking forward to DK, especially probably the most hyped game I've ever been for a DK game.
Alright, we're going to go back to this Hotel Stargaze. I've opened a shortcut so I can go back up there. And I'm going to come back to this area, do some shit next time. I'm just going to go back to Hotel and level up.
All I can say is, Nintendo, please do a direct soon. I would like to know when those last few games are coming out. I can wait till September. I mean, as long as they actually announce ahead of time when Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. Do not delay that to 2020.
Oh no, I'm certain they won't. It looks near complete already.
Yeah, no, I think nothing's getting delayed. Maybe Kirby Air Riders?
I heard the...
thing going around today on Twitter was that Sakurai's only agreed to do the next Smash game.
Oh, did the gloves make Aldo happy? He was angry, he said the gloves were rubbish. Then we gotta lie.
Really?
I don't want to give that guy props, but we have to lie.
And I've actually heard someone corroborate this. That he's only done Kirby Air Riders because the reason he's done Kirby Air Riders is that was the agreement for doing the next Smash game.
Oh, they just he's able to do Air Riders next.
Yeah, basically he wanted to do Kirby Air Riders so bad, and he said, "Okay, we'll give you that if you do the next Smash." And he's going on, "Yeah, deal."
Well, that's the question then. When does the next Smash come out?
Probably mid-generation for Switch 2, I reckon, like 2027, 2028.
Maybe. 27, mate, I'd probably say.
I hope... What, are you hoping for a complete reboot, or would you just, like, Smash Ultimate, but more?
Take it with my thanks.
Yeah, to do his passion project, he has to do Smash 6.
I'm not sure. I don't think we can do Ultimate again.
Put it this way, I wouldn't mind if they get the same roster, but they do a slightly different single-player experience. Like, do a full Subspace Emissary type thing.
Yeah.
Again.
The thing is, that will be pretty tough to do. Just because of how many characters there are now.
Yeah, it is getting all those licenses again. But I don't think we need a new Smash game right now since Ultimate...
Yeah, I don't think we need a new one.
Yeah, no, I would... put it this way, I'm the big Smash fan out of all three of us. And I'm saying the same thing. I'm thinking, I don't really need a new Smash game right now. I can go quite a while. Compared to Mario Kart 8, that was just an expanded game from the...
Yeah.
If they did Smash Ultimate but more, would you be disappointed?
No, I wouldn't be. Honestly, I'm happy. As long as we get more Smash Bros, honestly, I'm happy.
I would say I would be... I don't think it would be disappointed if they didn't do any new single-player stuff in it.
And it is gone 7, so we will stop here.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us.
Tomorrow... I will be back 2 weeks from now.
And of course, tune in for Anime Amigos tomorrow.
Fuck, yeah, I don't have an opening joke, I'm stressing.
Don't worry about it, Elliot. We'll do something in time.
It's on me!
It's fine, Elliot. See everyone tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. And now it's the awkward silence while Calvin sorts this out.